Hello and welcome to Transformation Now. Hi, I'm Rita Rocker, speaker, author, trainer with SoaringHigher.rocks. And today I would really love to talk to you about holding on to your dreams. We all have dreams, things that we want to do, and a lot of time life gets in the way and kind of puts those dreams on the back shelf. And sometimes we may get discouraged and say, oh, that's never going to happen, and we let them go. But usually deep down inside our hearts, they're still there and we still feel them and they pop up in our mind. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about holding on to your dreams, and then I'll have part 2 where you're destined for greatness, and that will also be part of holding on to your dreams. Now, there was a brief little story that I had read one time that I'll share with you that I thought was very, very important. And it's hold on to your dreams. We all have dreams of how we would like life to be. We do, don't we? How we would like our world to be, which right now, we need a lot of improvement, a lot of changes, a lot of things to happen in our world, and how we would like ourselves to be. Because many people are dealing with the fact that their lives aren't really what they want at all because of circumstances and situations that have happened to them through their whole life. It says, were we to speak of this hope, this vision, many times people would tell us, oh, just be more practical, or that life is not like that, so don't even try to make it that way, or the fact that life does not seem like that at the present. But that doesn't mean it cannot be. I've seen too many miraculous stories of people who went through all kinds of horrific things that have good lives now, and they've been productive and they're happy because they didn't let what happened in their past affect the rest of their life. So if the dream is there, the potential for its realization is there as well, because it's still in you, it's still in your heart, it's still in your mind, no matter what has happened to maybe prevent you from acquiring those dreams up to this point. It's so important to hold on to your dreams and to nurture them. Now, when you nurture your dreams, what are you doing? You're feeding them, you're thinking on them, you're maybe taking classes or doing programs or something that will give you more skills towards your dreams that you want to accomplish. So you have to feed those, you have to constantly think about them, because what we think about is basically so often what is going to end up happening to us. So remember to feed those dreams and envision what you desire to do. Like I mentioned before one time, an Asian lady who was a beautiful violin player, and then she was in an accident, and when her arm was removed, her shoulder was also removed, so she couldn't even put a prosthetic arm on it, but she still worked out some apparatus to put up here on her shoulder, and she was actually able to hold and play the violin with the arm that was gone, by how she moved her shoulder, and it was the most magnificent music ever. So again, if we envision what we want to do, regardless of what has happened to us, we can quite often make those dreams come true and move that direction. So you always want to think about that. Always know that you are capable. I've seen people, lady with no arms, drive a car and change a baby's diapers with her feet. And so think about that. We can go that way if we envision it and we think that way and we nurture those dreams, those abilities. So be true to your dreams and feed them and cherish them. That is so important. So ask yourself, what makes me feel life inside? And I don't mean just, thinking about, oh, this would be cool. What makes you feel life inside? Because you will perk up, you will liven up, maybe get a smile on your face, there'll be hope in your heart when you literally feel that desire in your heart. So what are you feeling? Is it sadness? Is it happiness? Is it desire for a certain thing? What are you feeling inside? Because that's where your life is, and that's where it will stay unless you can move it forward. Now, if you're feeling great, you're feeling happy, you're feeling fulfilled, you're right where you should be then. Then you have achieved that dream, that goal. So what gives you joy? A lot of times I'll look at someone and I read body signals quite a lot, because they're quite often more truthful and give you more insight than what someone is saying. And so what gives you joy that you can actually feel it? Because if you know somebody is really feeling joyful about a situation and not just saying they are, but that they really feel joy, you'll see it. You'll see it in their eyes, and you'll see it in their smile, and usually you'll see it even in their body language. And are their shoulders slumped forward, or are they up and happy, arms open? So watch those things again. If you see the old eye roll, okay, they're not feeling joy. They're feeling frustration or irritation or many different types of feelings. So what would you like to do all day? The people that are really happy is like, I want to be an athlete. That makes me happy. I'm happy all day. Would I do it for free? Probably. So, what would you do for free? What are you really passionate about? Because that makes so much difference. And so what would you like to do all day? Are you doing it? If not, then it's time to take steps forward. Excuse me, I think I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. Okay. Every day move forward with passion. That is so important. Write your 3 core values to live by. You should have core values, the ones deep in your heart, the ones that you want to experience on a daily basis. Now, maybe your core values that you need to follow and live life by could be like inspiration, peace, and integrity, honesty and righteous living. So if those things don't meet, if a situation or a person doesn't meet those, then okay, maybe time to bypass that. It may be that the core values you want to live by are that you want to be helpful and you want to give aid because you're a helper. You have a heart to give. And so one core value could be helps and giving aid, and another could be like confidence and things that build you up and build other people up. So you think, okay, do these meet my core values, or is this something that might be a little sneaky, or maybe something unfair to another person, or maybe that's something unfair to me. Therefore, they don't meet my core values. So I'm going to stay away from those. So think about those core values as well, because we really need those, and not just let life go by, but really think of those values, and they're going to determine our success and our happiness in our lives and where we get to from there. Another thing is determine your energy stealers and energy givers. What kind of relationships might be stealing your energy? What kind of work might be stealing your energy? What is giving you energy? What makes you happy? What makes you strong? What makes you determined and willing to go the extra mile because you want to do this so badly, or you believe in this thing so badly, even if it's not something that's really easy to do, but because you believe in it so much, it literally gives you energy to accomplish and conquer that goal. So think about those things that are deep down inside of you, just not surface things that are happening around you. Energy givers and energy takers. Again, I've talked about energy before, and that means not only physical energy, but the energy, the feelings that we give off to other people and what we will accept from other people. If we feel people are giving negative energy to us, maybe in negative looks or how they're treating us, what they're saying, what their actions are, again, that's the time, nope, I don't accept that energy, and move away from it to keep moving forward. So think about energy stealers and things that want to help you move forward. So always protect your emotional energy at all costs. We're not people pleasers, and we shouldn't be. So we want to do good and think of good for all involved. There are 21 actions to ignite your success. So I'm going to share these with you. I think these are very, very helpful and very important. And one is, if some of you saw either recently or in the past, Tony Robbins, he's very well internationally known. I think he's a bazillionaire by now. He has many, many, many companies. He's spent millions of dollars donating food to people in different parts of the world that are hungry. And this man is absolutely phenomenal. And he was talking about, as he was growing up, I think he was like 16 or something like that. And he had a good mom, but she had mental problems then that took over, and his dad had taken off. And on Christmas Eve, his mom literally chased him out of the house with a knife. And so he ran up on a hill, and it was raining, and that's where he spent his Christmas Eve. And he decided, you know what? And his mom had said cruel things to him. He said, no, That's not going to affect my life. That's not going to determine what my life is going to be and how it's going to happen. And so he kept making decisions, constantly taking active part in creating a new life for him. He got a job where he was supposed to be able to take, I think he worked most of the night cleaning, I believe he said it was a school, and it was many, many miles away, like 16 miles or something like that. Well, one time he missed the bus and he had to walk all the way back to where he was living after that, which was in a laundry room because he didn't have a home anymore and had to live in a laundry room. And I think he said he even shared it with someone else at somebody's house. So he walked during the night before he had to go to school the next day, 16 hours. And instead of walking with his head down and all slumped down and very, very sad and think, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I'm making it, I'm winning, I'm strong. And he talked to himself the whole 16 miles all the way back. I think he said he got back like at 4 a.m. or something like that, and he had to go to school. But he thought, no, I'm not letting this get me down either. And the testimonies this man had were absolutely amazing of so many difficult trials he had. And when he was listening to Jim Rohn, who was very successful at one time, he's deceased now, and Tony didn't have much money, but he knew he needed these classes, these programs, and so he saved up every penny he could to go and do that because it was so much value to him. So, no matter what we're going through, no matter how hard it gets, we can talk ourselves into going forward, just like Tony Robbins has, and the man is amazing. And he cares, and he fights for people who are hurting. He's not at all high and mighty and conceited. He just builds people up, and he fights for what's right and fights against what's wrong, and he's very verbal about that too. So think about what ignites success. And you think of igniting something, it's like starting it on fire. Well, what starts a fire in you as far as your life? Think about what would it be a new relationship? Would it be a new home? New friends? In your business, what would ignite something in you that would give you confidence? And maybe it's going into a whole different industry than where you are now. Because sometimes, parents or teachers or someone might say, oh, you need to do this or you need to do that. And, you think Einstein said that he wasn't smart and would never get anywhere. And you think of Michael Jordan, who went home and cried in his bedroom because he was told he was a failure and he couldn't play basketball in high school. And there's Oprah, who was told she wasn't made for TV, and look at her now. And so no matter what somebody has said, what ignites that power, that excitement in you? Because that's the direction you need to go, no matter what anybody might have said to you. And so relationships or family, take 1 or 2 actions that I'll be covering in just a moment and work on those, and then add some more to that. But these are all actions. Tony Robbins' whole thing is take action. And he talked about that all the time. There's an opportunity or maybe a window that opens up where we meet someone, it could be for business or whatever, or some sort of situation where he said, you take action. You don't sit back and wish or think or hope. You take action in what you say and what you do. And that was the bottom line, is taking action. Never sit back and wait for it. And so then working on some other ones. Now the first action is stop, okay? Stop the way you're doing things presently if it's not getting you where you want to go. Now, I've been dealing with that a lot myself lately. Stop and take inventory, maybe be quiet for a week or 2 or a month or whatever, and take inventory of where you are right now, what has brought you there, what decisions, maybe what you've accepted or allowed in your life, what's happened. A lot of times we can't help what's happened. It could be something, an accident or a health issue or some sort of crisis. But stop the way you do things presently if it's not helping you to move forward. There's that old saying, if you always do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always had. And that is so true. So you always want to think about that. And it says, not personal feelings, but stop and think about it with clarity. What's appropriate for you to continue doing, and what do you need to let go of? The second action to ignite success is drop. okay? The assumptions that you make about yourself and other people. So if you have assumptions about yourself, I'm not going to get anywhere. That's what I was told. Gosh, I tried for this job before and it didn't work. Somebody else got it even though I was more qualified. So I just assume I shouldn't even try again because I don't want to risk failure again and be embarrassed again. So I'm just going to drop it and not even try. No, that's not what we do. When that passion is in your heart and you're feeling it, do not drop it. To drop your present way of doing things might mean, if they're negative ones, then you can start over because you've dropped things that are hindering you and holding you back. But don't drop your dreams, okay? Sometimes we need a clean slate. Sometimes we need to pray for new friends because the ones we've had have been detrimental to us going forward because they want to keep us unhappy like they are. And when I have prayed for new friends, God has always been faithful to bring new friends, the ones I need, the positive ones, the good ones, that where we have each other's back all the time. And He is faithful. He will do that for you. Okay? Another one I like too, as far as dropping things that maybe we shouldn't be holding on to, is the word, somebody said, well, what is insanity? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So sometimes it's like, you know what, I have tried and tried and tried. Well, have we stopped doing some things and dropped doing some things and picked up the things that will help us go forward? So think about that. And if we need new results, we have to take new steps to get there. Third one is expect. Okay, we need to expect success, expect fun, expect joy, expect love. If we expect to be treated by this same person differently, no, then we get exactly what we expect. So if there's things that we are expecting to get because, well, that's just the way life is, no. We have to expect the positive, the good things that will help us to move forward. So drop any expectations of things that are negative and hurtful and expect the things that are good and will bring you growth, will bring you friends, will bring you life. Expecting creates new adventures, new things in your life by expecting the positive. And the more we expect the positive, the more we will reject and not even accept or allow the negative things to happen to us anymore. And that can totally transform the life. So again, we get what we expect. So what are you expecting? You might want to just sit down quietly with a notebook, away from your computer and your phone and everything, and start marking these things down and think, well, gee, I've been expecting probably just the same old losses, the same old debt, same old relationships. No. Start a new page of the things that you will expect from now on because you deserve them and you can have them. God made us all after His image to be successful in His image. So nobody is a failure in His eyes. Give without expectation of getting anything back. And that's one thing. The more we give, the more we get back in love and favor. Sometimes we may give of our time at a job where we didn't have to do these extra things, but we gave because we knew it was the right things to do. And then a lot of times we can get recognized for that, maybe get promotions from that. So we always want to give to other people, because even the Bible says, give and it shall be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over back to you. So we reap what we sow. That's not only a law of nature and what we plant, but it's a law of God as well. So always think of that and give with a heart to help other people, and it will come back to you. We will always reap what we sow in our lives and in the lives of others. So number 5 is believe. All right, the world is abundant. Believe in yourself. It's really hard to believe in ourselves when maybe we've been told all our lives that we wouldn't amount to anything. Believe in yourself. Again, you're made in God's image, so can't get any better than that. Believe in that. Believe goes along with your actions, because whatever we believe is what we're going to be doing, how we're going to be behaving, what we're going to be accepting. So from now on, you have to believe that you are a good, wonderful person. You have the mind of Christ. You've got God's brain in you, okay? So you are a success, no matter what you've heard. Number 6 is to thank. Be thankful. You know, every time I read even the things on visualization and all of those, the book of the secret and all that kind of stuff. But being thankful, being grateful, because when we're grateful, we are actually bringing more good things to us. And so I think of when I was over in Haiti on missions, and when I got home, and I had gone through so much, and my husband had died right after I was at the Mrs. America pageant, and I had been through so many things with, fighting his cancer and different things with health and family issues and stuff. And I was really feeling down. And then when I got home from Haiti, it's like I was thanking God for a toothbrush and a hot shower and food in my refrigerator and everything else. And so a lot of times what we need to do, especially now, what's going on in the world and all the things we're seeing happen, is to be thankful. So when I get down and I get kind of depressed from things that have happened, I think, hey, I can see, I can hear, I can walk, I can talk. I have friends. I have a phone, I have a bed, I have food, and so a lot of times we literally have to sit down and start thanking God for all the things that we have been blessed with and that we have. May not be the car we want right now, but we have a car. It may not be the home we want right now, but we have a home. We have a roof over our head. A lot of people don't. So the more we have thanksgiving and gratitude, the more will come our way. It will be positive. It will be a blessing. So always stop and think of all the things that you have to be grateful for, and it will fill up your heart, and it'll make you feel so much better in the long run, but it will bring so many good things to you in the long run, and that's been proven over and over again. Number 7 is visualize. Visualize your goals. What are your goals? Do you want to be a coach? Do you want to be a star pitcher on a team? Do you want to be a prima donna, ballet dancer or singer? Or do you want to be the best doctor, the best nurse, the best writer? What is it that you want to be? Visualize your goals. You know, so many times you hear the stories of the people, the athletes who won competitions, the people who won medals, especially the gold medals at the Olympics, the people who won Miss America, Miss Universe, different pageants. What did they do? They spent so much time visualizing, seeing themselves doing it, seeing every little move, seeing every reaction that they needed to have, so that by the time they actually got to that particular competition or that situation, it was so natural, they didn't even have to stop and think about it. They were so comfortable, they had already visualized themselves doing it so many times that was just it. That was just natural. They just got into it and they won because it was second nature to them by then. And so always visualize. No matter what situation you are in now, visualize you doing what it is your heart's desire is. Number 8 is to ask for what you want. Ask people to help you. Sometimes we have too much pride and we don't want to ask, and I've been that way. But ask for things, and then ask what you can do for other people. If you see someone's having a hard time, ask them how you can help them as well. And that will bring blessings back to you, and then you reap what you sow. When you're in a situation where you need help, people will be there too. So we watch each other's back. I had a friend say the other day, we need our friendships so we can always watch each other's back all the time. And I said, that's absolutely true. Number 9 is create your world. Create new art. Create a new project, something that you like to do. Maybe you like to coach, or maybe you like to sew and you want to create a group, or something. Create a group of people that do what you like to do, or create something that will bring new life to you, new fellowship, new thoughts, new ideas. And that makes so much difference. Maybe you like to write, so sit down and write, or write some music, write a book that could be a bestseller. Things like that, because you're gathering all your stories and your thoughts together. But always create. That is so important. We never want to just sit and wish and feel bad, but start creating. Okay? Another one is laughing, not at yourself in a negative way, but sometimes we just need to laugh at ourselves for, oh, duh, but yet in a good way, have a good sense of humor. Do something, do anything. When you're feeling worse and sad, sometimes we need to stay home and we need to just pray and think about things, but other times we need to get up, get out, go for a walk, go for a drive if it's cold, go window shopping at a mall, but get out and do something that will move you forward. Start watching people at a mall, doing something that will start getting your mind going and get you away from your own thoughts and just looking at the world again. So when you feel down, that's when you need to get out and do something constructive, okay? And that's the key word there, constructive and positive. Forgive. We need to forgive ourselves for things that we've done that have caused us to feel like we're such big failures. Why did I do this? Oh my gosh, look how much I've messed up my life. Well, hey, I've done that a lot myself. But forgive yourself, and then also you need to forgive others, because if we carry things around with us that are negative, that's all we see. And people will feel that, and they don't want to be around negative people, okay? Because we want to be around the positive ones that will help us grow. And so a lot of times I've said, God, help me to forgive this person through me, someone who's really hurt me, or help me to see this person through your eyes, or help me to see myself through your eyes, because He will help us to forgive ourselves and to move forward, because we don't want to allow any kind of unforgiveness to take over our lives and block the rest of our lives from having the joy, the peace, the fun, and the rewards that we all deserve to have. So think about those things, and I'll cover this more in the next program. So thank you so much. Sit down with your notebook and really start thinking about what brings you life, what you want to allow and not allow, and the things that you can do to move forward that will be enjoyable for you and your family and be rewarding at your job. Thanks so much.